Here we go, Kristian Karlsson to serve. The 7th seed takes the first point against Kirill Skachkov, 13th seed. Fascinated by the history of Swedish table tennis and just the techniques they have to train, what kind of players they make. You know, they have players like Kristian Karlsson and Matthias Falk. Then they have their ultra creative players. Oh, lovely from Skachkov. Beautiful transition of weight on the forehand. He moves his feet really quickly for a tall player, as I was saying. And you also have the Swedish players such as Truls Morregard, so creative, so much feeling. Taken down from the legends of Persson and Waldner. Also very creative players. Anton Schallberg, another player coming up and through, who's establishing himself as a very, very able senior. I'm sure he's got the capability to medal, as Truls Morregard has shocked the world in Houston. One of the most exciting players out there, Truls. Everyone's looking forward to watching him play later on today. Misread the serve, top spin. Kristian Karlsson pushes along. And off the end of the table, Kirill Skachkov with a very good start here. He's done really well there. Turns the corner so quickly, Kristian Karlsson. Such a physical player. You can really feel the oomph going into his shots. Wow, I mean, the backhand from Kirill Skachkov was brilliant. And Kristian Karlsson just fires through it so quick. Nice chop block from Kristian Karlsson. Oh, what a rally that was. Had a bit of everything in there. Chop blocks, counters. Exactly what we want to see as table tennis fans. 3 points in a row for Kristian Karlsson. Sweden have done really well recently in world medals. You think 2019, Falk gets to the final of men's. 2021, Truls gets to the final of men's. And then they win the doubles, so that's 3 in the space of 2 world championships. Really impressive. And they're coming through in the women's too, with Kristina Schallberg, sister of Anton Schallberg, and Linda Bergström, among others. Wow, explosive from Kirill Skachkov. Really quick. As I said, on his feet for a tall player, you typically don't see that as much. The Pitchford and Samsonovs, a bit more slender, tall players, you know, they're still obviously fast on their feet, but visibly not as quick as more stocky players under 6 foot. Takes more effort to move those longer levers, but Kirill Skachkov is really quick for a tall player. Yeah, brilliant flick over the table from Kristian Karlsson. It's harder to forehand flick than it is to backhand flick because of the way the wrist is anatomically. You can't bend your wrist back on the forehand as much as you can with the backhand. That's why the Chiquita flick has become the modern way to receive in table tennis. Oh, lovely guided receive from Kristian Karlsson. Just finesses it on the table, guides it down the line. Says to Skachkov, look, you want to make all the pace, mate, you've got to now. Gave him nothing to work with, and it worked a treat. Wow! An absolute bullet of a backhand from Kristian Karlsson. Flies cross court. Set the barrier before you can say Jack Flash. What a way to bring about game point, and he's got 3 of them with the serve. Yeah, stunning combination. Serve, third ball kill. Sweeps past Skachkov in game 1.
Second game. Skachkov to serve.
So Kirill Skachkov, one of the senior members of the Russian national team. You know, you think of himself and Shabayev as the 2 for the youngsters to look up to as experienced inspiration. The Russian youth team now, arguably the best in Europe. Well, they are the best in Europe. Possibly the best outside of China when you think who they've got. You know, in the boys, Grebenev, Katzman, Sidorenko. And in the girls, you know, Talakova, Elizabeth Abramian. Some really, really good players. Already doing so well in the senior stage, and they're barely seniors. That's nice from Skachkov. On the run, moves the feet. The further away you are from the table, the better it is to play with spin, because it gives you enough time then to regain position. If you play with power when you're away from the table, your opponent can just block it out wide to the open space. Oh, nice feeling from Craig too. Oh, is it coming down? Hey. Well, we're not playing football, but a bit for the crowd to enjoy there, comedy-wise, from Skachkov. Reverse pendulum serve, loaded with backspin. Kristian Karlsson this time can't make the forehand flick. Both these players have had some fantastic wins. Skachkov's beaten the quarter-finalist of the recent Olympic Games, Omar Assar. Whoa, off the net, look at that punch. He's also beaten Ueda Jin, Gionis, Pitchford, Jorgic. Karlsson's had some good wins too. Hugo, Kokiniwa, Falk, Pitchford, Mitsutani, Bol, Ovcharov. The list goes on. But anyway, back to the match. Skachkov with the serve. Good spin from Kristian Karlsson into the awkward middle area. Skachkov can't make the counter. As I said before, 2-0 in favour of Skachkov head-to-head wise. Is he a bit of a bogey player for Kristian Karlsson? Or was it so long ago that it kind of becomes insignificant overall as a stat? The last time they played was 2013, so I'll leave that for you to decide. Oh, so much firepower. Look how he just comes through. So much physicality. The left-handed player, so all the weight goes transferred from the left leg onto the right leg. If you're too square to the table, you can't make as much power on the forehand than if you have a leading foot. Oh, that's excellent from Skachkov. I mean, the touch from Karlsson was good. The way the Russian came in there, world class. I've seen a few nets, fine margins here between a fault and a let. Oh, look at the angle. First one into the middle, Skachkov commits, leaves the forehand exposed. And Karlsson uses the side wonderfully. The applause there matches the applause of Sofia Polkanova, who has just defeated Georgina Pota in the round of 16 match. So the top seed in women's advances to the last 8. So yet to see the top seed in men's, Timo Boll, compete today, but we'll get that chance this afternoon. Karlsson edges into the lead. 8-7, immediate receive error from Skachkov. Karlsson has a simple service. You don't really see him doing a reverse pendulum, tends to just stick with the pendulum. Umpire saying to Karlsson, look mate, it's got to come out of the palm of your hand. It's got to be tossed vertically. You can't hide it with your head or your body. You're going to throw it behind the white of the line. Wow. I feel for Skachkov there. But he didn't do enough there. I mean, Karlsson changed his serve to topspin, which meant that he kept his racket high over the ball, ready to play that. And he did it really, really well. And he comes in with the open shoulders, disguises the direction. 3 really well-worked points there for Kristian Karlsson. He's just been the better player in this later stage of the game. Up to this, it was pretty neck and neck. Ooh, and that doesn't help matters. Salt in the wounds there for Skachkov, but Kristian Karlsson halfway there in this round of 16 affair. K2. Kristian Karlsson well on his way here to making it through to the last 8 and getting his first win over Skachkov on the international stage. 2-0 head-to-head in favour of the Russians so far in their careers. Karlsson's over-the-table presence is ever looming. Anything loose and he'll snack it up. He goes for that bit of feeling there on that backhand with the open racket face, coming round the side of the ball, create a bit of side spin, take the pace off it. So just a bullet. Wounding Skachkov down the line. He's got nice hands, Kristian Karlsson, hasn't he? You can see on his receive the quality of his touch play and his pushes. They're deep on the table. He hacks into it. It's not a floating push. It's got a lot of backspin, so you still got to come up the back of it on your attack. If you can give your opponent pressure even on a push, that's saying something right about your serve-receive game. Got away with it there a bit, Kristian Karlsson, and he knows it. There was no real celebration to that point. The receive wasn't great. Misread the reverse pendulum of Skachkov. But look at that. So quick on it. It's almost robotic the way he can just analyse a ball that's coming long straight from the racket of his opponent, and he's like, yeah, this one's getting attacked. He does it so consistently. Ooh. Well, there's a famous sports person trying to recall the name who said, the more I practice, the luckier I get. These pros practice trying to hit the white lines, so you could argue that them getting an edge is less lucky than me getting an edge because of the fact that they practice so often. So much harder as well. I love that from Kristian Karlsson. Comes in and you can't tell where he's going till the last minute because he disguises it with the shoulders and he's got a loose wrist. Comes around the side of it to go down the line instead of going through it cross court. What a serve. Taxi for Kristian Karlsson. An ace in tennis. Now you can taxi, as I like to call it, a right-handed player if you're a right-hander down the line. Now if you want to ace or taxi a left-handed player, you've got to go cross court. That was perfect. Very cheeky from the Russian. They only count as one. Still, the Swede in the lead. 8-5. Beautiful length on the serve. Half long. Meaning that the second bounce is very close to the edge of the back, but just goes along, which makes your opponent indecisive as to if they're going to attack it or try flick it. Doesn't help matters, the edge of the net there from Kristian Karlsson. 5 game points. Yep. No questions asked, Kristian Karlsson. Dominant there in game 3. Kirill Skachkov yet to get off the mark in terms of games. He's got it all to do. Kristian Karlsson just wants to put the icing on the cake. Stay tuned for game 4.
serve. Level.
Good spin from Skachkov into an awkward place for Karlsson. You can see that receive though from Karlsson, how much he's digging into the push. Even with the push trying to make it really awkward for Skachkov to attack. Zipping forehands and Skachkov! That is ridiculous table tennis. Shot block and Skachkov slaps himself as if to say, you should have played a forehand there, you had enough time. That's what a bit of talent can do though, a bit of feeling. Disturbs your opponent's rhythm, distracts them. Can't admire your shots or your opponent's shots in table tennis at this level. For 1 second you got to play your shot, recover, ready for the next, always in case it comes back. Saw Gionis against Robert Gardos earlier. You can never count someone out of the point. Gionis was winning points that I thought were over. Karlsson decides to block, become a wall instead of a sword.
2, 3.
Oh my! Well, I tell you what, that's the shot of the day for me. Pirouetting chop from Skachkov out of position. Insane feeling. I'm definitely gonna have to watch that one back because wow, so fast, so swift. Such good recovery from Kristian Karlsson. It's one of his strengths. Skachkov's played some of his best stuff in this game, and he's only got 2 points on the board, which is telling of how well Kristian Karlsson's playing here. Carrying that form through after the World Championships. He's a world champion, makes up half of the dream Swedish duo of himself and Mattias Falk. I used to think actually they were brothers before Falk took the name of his wife. This used to be Mattias Karlsson, Kristian Karlsson, both being Swedish. Tried to put 2 and 2 together, but it turned out not to be true. But we do have Anton Schallberg and Kristina Schallberg, who are siblings in the Swedish national team.
3, 5.
Skachkov closing the gap. He's played some fantastic stuff. The crowd have loved some of the stuff he's put on show. Karlsson just been the more dominant, a bit more aggressive. Wow, the speed. I thought that ball there from Karlsson down the line would finish the rally. Skachkov manages to extend as a tall player. He can reach out a bit more. And he's still, you can see, still into his coach to say, I'm still in this. What can you do about that though? It's a great flick from Skachkov. He puts all cards on the table. And it's still not enough. There's gotta be confidence knocking a little bit when your opponent's playing this well like that. But it's 6-all. Skachkov's managed to level up.
Good
play there for Skachkov. Nice serve. Ooh, goes for a Shushin-esque kind of pirouetting breakdance move of a forehand. One for the highlight reel, but no cigar. It's just simple serve, isn't it, from Kristian Karlsson, but the contact's pretty subtle. Skachkov misreads it. Won't be happy with that. 8-7 to Kristian Karlsson. Bit of feeling, Skachkov unfazed. Does well there, the Russian. Play balls down the short side of the table with the backhand like that under pressure is commendable. 8-all with the serves now. This could be a good turning point for him if he can get himself this game. Kristian Karlsson might start worrying about a comeback. Ooh, but doesn't like he's worried about anything there with that backhand. Finessing the ball, sponging up the spin. Lovely, lovely placement change. Oh, and that's another missed serve. And you can feel the disappointment through the crowd. You can feel for him. Sure, he's gained a few fans with some of the stuff he's played here. 2 match points regardless to Kristian Karlsson. Serves a bit loose. Skachkov pounces on it. Eats it up like breakfast, lunch and dinner. Everyone is at this level. Can't afford to serve that loosely unless it's quick and unpredictable. Oh, when he hits the net, will Karlsson go for the same serve again, or will he change it? So it's interesting to see after a net card if the server changes anything from what they originally planned. He does it. A 4-0 clean sweep for Kristian Karlsson. Sends him through to the last 8. And it looks like the Swede is taking through that form that he had in Houston after winning the men's World Doubles Championships.